Hi. In this video we'll be going over more of the C# tutorials. So in this video we'll talk about the back color property. So forms and most controls have a back color property, which basically is just like a background color. So it allows you to change the object's background color. When you change an object's background property in the properties window, so an arrow will appear which displays a drop-down list of colors. So let's try to find that here. So I'm just going to click the form, the black part, background, back color. Okay, so here it's this control. So there's different tabs here of different colors. So like custom, you can get custom colors. Web is like colors on the web, pretty much like on the internet. I assume this has to do with like Microsoft Internet Explorer or whatever Microsoft, whatever the browsers that they have there. I thought there was another one too. We have your own system colors that you have, which is like native to your own PC or whatever. I guess if you're using Xamarin, which we'll probably do later at some point, which is like cross-platform app design, your system could be a phone or something, which could have its own colors and stuff as well, depending on the phone or whatever. Whether it's like an Android or iPhone, or it could be like some random Android from like HTC, or like, because there's different brands, Sony or whatnot. Those all have their own different color themes. So it could be, mine could look different than yours. Web could be different depending on, it could be different, it might be the same. Depending, should be depending on the thing that the web goes for the Microsoft Internet browsers. Oops, sorry, I just hit the mic, the cord. Alright, so basically, yeah, you can just pick something here. As you can see, you got some kind of web color here. So anything, pretty much you can change them to whatever you want. So yeah, so that's pretty much it. So just remember there's 3 different tabs of background colors or back colors: custom, web, and system. So just continuing on from the notes from last time, so we just have back color, whoops, back color property, 3 different tabs of colors, so they have so 3 different tabs of colors, or basically different kinds of tabs here. So we have custom, web, and system. So a little bit more on colors here. So we have, we'll just go with colors. So in I guess Microsoft's American, so they have colors spelled like this. I'm Canadian, so I learned to spell colors like this. So basically colors is what you're going to see, not this. There's no U in there. So if anyone's wondering why is he spelling colors differently, maybe some overseas people don't understand, so that's why. Canada has different spelling with some words versus the United States versus like the United Kingdom. So yeah, so pretty much, so now we have the for color property. So this is for controls that display text. They have a for color property. Whoops. So the for, oops, I spelled that wrong here. So the for color property allows you to change the text color. I don't know why they called it that, for color. They maybe should have just called it text color. I'm not sure Microsoft decided that. So I would think foreground, but I guess in that case, perhaps that relates to text. This is different, so it's just based on whatever control. Like, so whatever control. For example, if you have a button with a text property, then that control basically itself will have its own for color property, which you can change to. You can change the text of that color, the text of that button, the text color of that button. So let's just do that here. So let's just go for that exit button. So we'll highlight it. So we'll look for F. For color, we'll change from control text. Maybe select web, go for like the red. Or the brown, whatever. Try to get the red. Okay, so we got it red. What other colors you would see? System, something random on my PC here. Alright, so now you guys can see that. There we go, that's how you do that, so you could pretty much change everything if you want. That's the way to do it. So now we'll talk about setting colors in code. So setting colors in code here. So in addition to using the property window, you can also set the values of the back color and for color properties with code. The dotnet framework provides numerous values that represent colors and can be assigned to the for color and back color properties in code. So these are some examples. So we go color dot black, color dot blue, whatever you want. Just whatever, obviously, like you could have custom colors, whatnot. You could probably use color, though. Yeah, there's some way to use color codes. We'll probably talk about that. You guys get the idea here. I guess there need a semicolon on these. So we'll do an example probably coming up in the lab here with colors at some point. Okay, so these are just what you call, so actually these, you don't need these yet. Well, these are just how to call them. So in the actual line of code, then it would be like this. So if, let's say we have like a message label or something, or like a label. So we just go label. Let's say we have label 1 dot back color points to color dot then we can go label dot for color, label 1 dot for color points to color dot with capitals again. It's not Java, so color dot whatever, red or anything. We just go label 2 dot for color. I guess in this case the foreground is a text. So I think any can, not just the form, but any control can have a back color or a fore color, right? I think that's what they're trying to get at here. So level 2 dot fore color points to color dot orange, or label 2 dot for back color points to color dot yellow. And you could go whatever, label 2 dot back color points to color dot green, or anything purple. Actually, sorry, that, okay, we'll just go with label 2. You can change them at some point, whatever you want. Anything, right? So that's pretty much, that's about it. So this is what I was talking about basically the .NET framework also provides values that represent default colors on your system. For example, we'll probably get into this later on, but you know, you've maybe seen those kind of color codes. I think there's 2 different kinds. There's like a hex code and there's something else. But for example, the value system colors.control represents the default control background color. So I'll just jot this down here. So system. This is a predefined color. This isn't exactly what I mean, but this is something you can use as a color. So notice how before when we were in the designer, you could scroll back and see before I changed the colors, there was it said system.control or control.something, which had a set color. In my case, it was black or white, something like that. So this represents the system's default color. Which whatever would be the foreground or background of the system color, that's pretty much what it would be. So more specifically, system colors.control represents the system's default control background color, and system colors dot control text represents the system's default control text color. So yeah, that's what Microsoft was getting at. I guess foreground kind of represents the text in most cases, not all, I guess. It could be maybe something else. But foreground and background is the same, is equivalent to what we have here, system colors.control and system colors.control text. So obviously text would be, the one with text is going to be the foreground or fore color, and the one with control, system colors.control, is the background color. So even more specifically, fore color, and this one above here is the back color. You you may get tested on that. Like, so what, the question might be like, what does system color.control represent? You might get some choices or something, or just maybe a written question, I don't know. If I was a professor, I might test you on that just for fun. It is a colorful question. Alright, so anyways, that's pretty much it for colors. Background images on a form. Might have to, this might be its own video in itself. It's about 15 minutes already, so perhaps we'll come back to this one. So let's just stick with colors in this tutorial. So in the next one we'll talk about background images for forms, and then we'll talk about group boxes and panels, organizing controls with group boxes and panels. That'll be one of the more important ones, and then that should pretty much conclude most of the important stuff. And we'll get into like some more of the C# syntax, if, else if, loops, switch, and then we'll go from there, for loops, stuff like that. So thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully you guys liked the tutorial and learned something. So if you guys liked the video, you can support the channel by liking and subscribing. So thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you guys next time. Take care.